Okay, I think it's safe. Hey everyone! Claire Kirby fan here with something that I know a lot of you have been thinking about, maybe even requesting, for almost 2 whole years now. Something so rare, and yet so memeable, I just had to cover it. You know it, you want it, and I've got it. All I had to do to get it was totally naturally segue into me asking you to like, comment, and ring the notification bell after subscribing, since all of those things really help me out. As much as this pains me to ask, considering the non-subscribers have a funny meme number right now, plus, I know everybody asks this, it's a pain in the butt. Unfortunately, it really helps me out if everybody watching would subscribe. This is a goofy little video, but I have to be serious for just 1 second. It does genuinely mean a lot to me. Oh, I was too loud. Sorry, gotta calm down so that nobody catches me. And now, for a Kirby game so rare, it wasn't fully readily available to the world until it was dying in late 2020. And that game is Kirby's Toy Box. Done. I feel like Kirby's Toy Box, or to brag about my Japanese a little bit, Kabi no Omochabako was released to the world, and by the world I mean only Japan, on February 8th, 1996. Even in Japan, it predates the legendary Kirby Superstar by well over a month. It was released for the Satellaview, an online service where players could play games via downloading them from an online server. It couldn't play very much, considering how small the storage space was, but it's really funny looking back on it now, considering how digital download is the definitive way to buy games now. That said, seeing as how this was an online service that needed online to be a service, and the online for this service stopped in June of 2000, yeah, it actually lasted into our current century, I am very happy for it. Many of the games on it were deemed lost forever. One of these games, of course, was Kirby's Toy Box, and Specialty Shop, the game that was eventually reworked to be Kirby's Dream Course. And maybe I'll make a video about that one of these days. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for Kirby's Toy Box, a game so rare, it makes Kirby Slide look easier to get than Super Kirby Clash, a game that's literally free. Let's dive into this toy box and see what the Kirby is all about. First up, Pinball. It's Pinball. And that's all I've got. Well, except that this is literally Ball Kirby from Kirby's Adventure. Looking at the two sprites side by side, they are literally the exact same. Should I have included Kirby's Toy Box Pinball in the Ball Copyability Spotlight? Let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty good at this. I'm not bad. It's pretty good. Up next, Starbreaker. More like Star Breakout. Actually, more like Kirby's Block Ball, but worse, except it looks and sounds better. This is a far more generic game of Breakout than Block Ball, with no copy abilities or 4-way paddles. Just Rick running around the bottom of the screen while Kirby breaks blocks. This is the only game in the entire collection to have original music, composed by Takane Okubo, who, I don't know, but these tracks are pretty good. I like them, except for the fact that this one track replays on loop a lot, and it gets very annoying, except for the final boss who, on the topic of the final boss and Japanese, there is also a day-to-day boss fight at the end. This is important because if you tell me that I say his name wrong, I don't, first of all, but second, in Japan, the only way his name is ever pronounced is day-to-day. So, there. Up next, Orange Ball. This one reminds me a lot of that one stage of Day-to-Day Resort from Kirby Mass Attack. It's a lot like Pachinko, but instead of trying to land the ball in little holes around a simple course, you're aiming for holes arranged like a 3x3 bingo board. I like the version in Mass Attack a lot more, not only because Mass Attack is hype and clearing that stage consistently feels so much easier to me, but also because there's no horribly disfigured Mr. Frosty looking at me the whole time. Seriously, what are the proportions here? This is what the ideal male body looks like. You may not like it, but up next, Pachinko. This one is a lot like Pachinko, except for the fact that it is Pachinko. If this was released nowadays, I'm sure it would have some of the best looking cutscenes in the entire series with a deep lore-filled story to go along with it, but I'd rather have it this way. I don't like pachinko very much regardless, but we're still actually getting Kirby games, with Dream Buffet being the newest one as of this recording. So in my book, it's fine. Everything's fine. I don't like pachinko. Up next, Cannonball. This one's like, whoa, wait a minute. Is that a robotic wreck? And it's 2-player? And it's actually kinda pretty fun. The goal of the game is to fire Kirbys at the opposing robotic wreck, officially known as Robo-Wreck. You can move back and forth to dodge the oncoming Kirbys, and the strength at which they're fired depends on how long you hold down the attack button. Your blue meter on the top is your HP, so do not let that run out. To be honest, I'm kind of struggling to make the funnies here because, as Kirby as this isn't, it's really cool. I kind of wish I had someone to goof around with this in. It may not be much, but for what it is, it's really fun. Up next, Round and Round Ball, or Goo Goo Ball. I am really bad at this one, but the idea is that you want to stop Kirby so that he lands into one of these holes. It's really easy to overshoot or stop too early, stop too late, the works. And if you hold down the button for more than like a second, he just goes straight to the end. But if you want Claire Kirby fans' #1 tip for improvement in Kirby's Toy Box Round and Round Ball, or Kabi no Omachobako Guru Guru Ball, follow this one simple step. Do what I do, and don't play this game at all. Yeah, I'm really not a fan, especially with this weird looking thing in the back with these large shoes. Wick Kirby says that it's an efforty, and I can kinda sorta see that, but actually looking at it for me to see requires me to play it, which I don't want to do anymore. Moving on. Up next, Baseball. Yeah, it's baseball. This one, like Cannonball, also has 2-player, but you're not gonna catch me begging anyone to play Kirby's Toy Box Baseball with me. Like Pinball, there are no copy abilities, but unlike Pinball, we don't have a mediocre Game Boy equivalent to feed our deep, boundless hunger for Kirby Baseball. Kirby Baseball game actually could be kind of fun though. I'm imagining somebody hitting a home run, but Kirby catching it with high jump, or someone swinging a foul ball, but you use Tornado to make it not a foul ball. I don't know, baseball, don't hurt me. Or playing on a windy field and using Parasol to make the landing unpredictable. I actually would play the ever-loving heck out of a Kirby Baseball game now that I think about it. But you won't find any of these weird ideas in Kirby's Toy Box Baseball. You'll just get baseball with a really slow swinging bat. On. Up next. Whoa, hold on. This is the one whose doors weren't open to the public after Satella View was Satella done until almost 2021. It's called Ball Rally. What's it about? I'm scared. Someone help me, please. I'm so scared. Oh my god, wait, the balls are going. Please, God. Okay, so the basic idea is very simple. At first glance, I wouldn't blame you for mistaking it with pachinko, but the catch here is that you control these green levers and have to flip them to keep Kirby away from the needles. Think of the red and green switches in Yoshi's Island if you're cultured. When you're only controlling one Kirby, it can be pretty slow, but then comes in a second, and before you know it, utter chaos. I won't lie, Kirby's Toy Box as a whole is actually really boring, but I am a big fan of Ball Rally, for the most part. I think it's kind of poetic in a way that this was the last game to be preserved. It's by far the most fun, and when a Kirby dies, he turns into this little gray angel and floats off screen. That look kind of familiar to you? Yeah, Mass Attack was actually referencing Kirby's Toy Box, of all things, this entire time. Too bad Mass Attack is the much better game. I primarily think that because the physics are definitely not the best. They leave a lot to be desired. Sometimes your Kirby's will just float. Sometimes they take the curve in a way that's really, really weird. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that part, but the rest of Ball Rally, you can actually call me a fan of. Up next. Wait, that's it? That's Kirby's Toy Box? This super rare Kirby game was just a minigame collection this entire time? Listen, to all of you people out there who trash on Battle Royale, that's not a minigame collection. This is a minigame collection. These games aren't even good, unfortunately. There are definitely some good ideas present, and even someone who's soured with Kirby's Toy Box can find a lot of fun with ones that they really like, in my case, Ball Rally. But on the whole, these just don't feel very Kirby to me. This era of Kirby was defined by experimentation, taking Kirby and everything around them and trying exciting new ideas. Some spin-offs like Kirby Golf, Kirby Breakout, and Kirby Puyo, or main series ideas like Animal Buddies, copy abilities, and fully functioning movesets with multiple different game modes. Well, I guess Toy Box does actually, in fact, have multiple game modes, but at the same time, I don't think I can be too hard on it. The devs only had 1 megabyte of storage to work with, and these games were supposed to be download only on a service that nobody knew how long it would last. I still wish more of these games were, I don't know, mildly entertaining, but I can't say it's terrible. I like Ball Rally, I kinda like Cannonball, and even some of the ones I'm not that crazy about, like Pinball and Starbreaker, aren't bad. It's definitely not the worst Kirby game, but it's pretty low on my list. I'm not sure where I'd rank it, but maybe during Kirby Month, I can finally answer that age-old question. But for now, that's all of Kirby's Toy Box complete. Huh? Samurai Kirby and Megaton Punch are a part of Toy Box too? Well, I mean, that's cool and all, but I can just play them on Kirby Superstar. They're not different somehow, are they? Let's see. I guess I should better look this up. Kirby's Toy Box, Samurai Kirby, Megaton Punch. Oh, Wick Kirby. Always good to go to wikis that aren't fandom. Let's see here. According to several sources, the trial versions of Samurai Kirby and Megaton Punch were exact ports of those that would be released in Kirby Superstar. Furthermore, as of December 2020, they remain the only minigames in the collection not publicly dumped as ROM files. So you're telling me there's a chance they're different, and that we don't have all of Kirby's Toy Box, and I'm gonna have to revisit it one of these days.